Good morning. So we see by matan Torah, the first time that the Torah was given, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu that the Yidden should be ready for in 2 days. Moshe Rabbeinu said 3 days. He added 1 day. We see also that Beis Hillel, which states that you're allowed to bring a carbon oila on Shavuos, which we know that on Yom Tov we can only cook, which is oichel nefesh for a person. Now you're going to bring a carbon oila sriya, which you don't even have any oichel nefesh. You cannot eat it. It's all for God. And as it says also, that you had to bring this carbon oila when you go up to the Beis HaMikdash. You cannot go over to the Beis HaMikdash empty-handed. So what does Beis Hillel say? The next day is considered a Yom Tavuach. He goes according to Beis Hillel. Beis Shammai, Beis Shammai says you're not allowed to actually. And the reason why you're not allowed to, because you cannot bring it. Beis Hillel says you should bring it because you have a chiyuv. That you should not come to the Beis HaMikdash empty-handed. And we always say that Shavuos is 2 days. And the reason why it's 2 days, because not to make a difference. Because we have all Yom Tovim, Tishrei, Nisan, is 2 days. 2 days Pesach, 2 days Shvi Shal Pesach, Nachon Shal Pesach. Rosh Hashanah is 2 days. Even though Rosh Hashanah is 2 days, it's like 1 day. And then Shavuos. If we make it only 1 day, and how can you make Shavuos 1 day? Is because the 50 days. You count 50 days. You don't do it by the month. You don't do it by the month. So it used to be that Iyar could be a full month, but nowadays we keep it only a month that's missing 1 day. So the 50th day is Shishi v'Sivan. Is the 6th day of Sivan. But really it could be the 7th day of Sivan. And that is the 1 day that Moshe Rabbeinu added. So it's not just a loyla chalek, not to make a difference between the other Yom Tovim, to make this also 2 days. Because we're dealing with 50 days from Pesach. So we say that Moshe Rabbeinu added 1 day. And that is very unique. Because every other 2 days is only mitzad the safek, a doubt. Since the people that lived further away from the Beis HaMikdash, miles upon miles away. So the Eidim, the people, the ones that testify that they saw the moon, they come to the Beis HaMikdash, and they say, today's Rosh Chodesh. They saw the moon. They saw the moon. But what do we do with the people that live miles and miles away? They didn't know. It wasn't like we see the moon now, or we know when the moon's going to be. When it's going to be the new moon. But in those days, it was through people that testified. So people that live far away, they didn't know. So what they do, they keep the first day and the second day. Because we don't know. But the Shavuos, we do know, because we count 50 days. But Moshe Rabbeinu added one day. Instead of being prepared for 2 days, he said 3 days. So it's the 51st day. And that is the Yom Tavuach. The day that we shechted the Karban Oilis Riyah. That means they didn't push it off to Yisro Chag, but 2 days later, 3 days later. They did it right away as soon as they were able to do it. And then it's called Yom Tavuach. It's a separate day. And we know that Yisro Chag you have to add in your meals. It's not a regular day. Sure, you're allowed to do anything, almost anything. You don't have the restriction of Echol Nefesh, that you cannot, you can only cook things that you can eat that day. The only time not is like this year, that Friday is the first day Yom Tiv, so you make an Erev Tavshilin. Well, if you don't know what an Erev Tavshilin is, you ask your local rabbi, you'll do an Erev Tavshilin. And then you're allowed to cook on the first day for the second day. Before Shabbos, because you can't cook on Shabbos. The fire has to be on from before, and so forth. So the idea is that the first time they can do it is Yisro Chag, the 51st day. So we see over here is that a minig of Rabbanon, a mitzvah of Rabbanon did not start with the Gemara. A person can say that, wait a second. Why do I have to keep a second day for? I just came from Eretz Yisrael, they keep 1 day. Why, when I come here to live, I have to keep 2 days? So the reason for that is as follows. Because in Eretz Yisrael, they can get all the ha'aris. They can get all the holiness of the Yom Tiv. They can get it in 1 day. They can get it in 1 day. By us, we have to take it in 2 days. And that's why we have 2 days. It's not a Rabbanan thing. It's not, it's an actual thing. That we cannot accept so much revelations. In Eretz Yisrael, they can grab it in 1 day. In Chutz La'aretz, it takes them 2 days to grab this revelation of Kedusha. So we see that the second day Yom Tov is not something which is Stam Arabanon. And we see over here is that it did not start with the Gemara times. It started by Matan Torah. Moshe Rabbeinu added 1 day and Hashem agreed to him. And he is the Rabbanon, which started by Matan Torah. So all halachis were given by Matan Torah. Even anything which a Talmid Vasik Asid Lachadesh, the greatest scholar, found a new Chidush in Torah, a new thing in Torah, that was given away by Matan Torah. So Midrabanan started by Matan Torah, and it has the Chiv of Adaraisa. But it's not Mamash Adaraisa, it's only Adrabanan, but it has the same Tkifus. And therefore, Yisro Chag is a Yom Tavuach. And Be'ezra Hashem, by us, accepting the Torah, the Simcha, like the previous Rebbe said, that this is like going into Cheder the first time. Especially by Shavuos, it's like a kid going the first time to Cheder, it's a big Simcha. So to hear Shavuos, it should be a big Simcha that we're going to receive the Torah. We're all like kids in the time of the Beis Hamikdash, in time of Yitzias Mitzrayim. And our kids are their guarantors. And therefore all kids are supposed to be in the Beis Hamikdash. And we see also another thing, that we might think that the souls left when Hashem spoke the 10 Dibros. It says, I'll call Dibur of Dibur Parcha Nishmasan. Oh, wait a second. Not to kill is a normal thing. Not to steal is a normal thing. So why do we need the Eibishter? No. It depends how you talk it. And since Hashem spoke it, even though the first 2 Dibris, Hashem spoke and then afterwards they said they have to go, they're going to die. But I'll call Dibur Parcha Nishmasan, that even the most simplest things, and just like Anochi Hashem Lekecha is very important, and also Lo Yilecha is very important, that I am your God that took you out of Mitzrayim, you shouldn't have any other gods. Those are very important. And we know that Anochi includes all the mitzvahs Hasei, and Lo Yilecha is all the mitzvahs Lo Yisaseh, the forbidden halachas, mitzvahs. But the Eibusher spoke out every single dibur, even the most pashta diburim. And that's why we see that before the Rebbeim took on the Nesius, every Rebbe, starting from the Baal Shem Tov, the Haramayim Me'ele Moide Hashem Asher Tikro Eisam B'Moyadam. It was given over by the first Rebbe, the Baal Shem Tov, over to the Mizitcha Magid, and so forth, by the Rebbe, the Alter Rebbe, and all the Rebbeim were told this Maimer, and it depends how you spoke it, how they spoke it. And the same thing is here also, that when it comes even to the other dibris, the most simplest things, you have to go out with the shturim against killing and stealing. The same way with Anochi Hashem Elokecha Lo Yilecha. And Be'ezra Hashem will have Torah Chadash Miti Teitzei Kipshutai. In the most revealed sense, we'll have Torah Chadash Miti Teitzei. And in time of Mashiach, we'll go like Beis Shammai to the fullest extent. So Be'ezra Hashem will come to that time of the Gula Amitis Vashlema, take it for miyad mamish now. Long live our master, teacher, and Rebbe, King Mashiach forever and ever. Long live our master, teacher, and Rebbe, King Mashiach forever and ever. Long live our master, teacher, and Rebbe, King Mashiach forever and ever.